Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Praise and this is my very first in-person event for the year 2023. So I was invited to Google Developer Student Club Tech Night event for the Fireside session, and we talked about breaking into tech as a student. The conversation we had was really awesome and I feel like every student should hear this. So before you go, don't forget to like this video, ensure you drop a comment, and of course do well to subscribe, and I'm sure you'll learn a lot. So yeah, let's get to it.
My student, I don't know, but I think I just finished. I was once the lead of this community. I don't know, like probably for the previous one, whatever. But I'm a software engineer. I work remotely. I've worked remotely for a while now. And what do you guys want to know? Where am I from? I'm from Delta State, that's why my son is out. Thank you, Raphael. Nice to meet you.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm a Web3 front-end engineer. When I say front-end, I'm like, you know what you're talking about? But yeah, I have I started off as a front-end engineer. I'm currently using blockchain development, I write smart contracts, I build decentralized application, and I am also a technical writer. So when I'm not doing coding, I'm documenting what I'm learning, I'm trying to explain technical concepts through articles. And I recently started a YouTube channel, so I try to do videos now. I graduated I wrote my final exams in December, so yeah, I'm a graduate.
Oh yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's the replacement.
So let's begin with Raphael. Today we're speaking to us about branding, right? That's the thing. I was supposed to speak, but now I came for Fireside, so I don't know how that works. Tell us something about branding. Marketing yourself, your skill, and all of that. Marketing yourself. So basically, all of us here, we are techies, right? I was going to say, for me, I was going to say we are engineers, but then I remember the lady that said, oh, I'm a digital marketer and I do not code. So you guys are exactly me. So all of us here, we are techies, and we want to brand ourselves in a way that will be, well, best enough. We get jobs, be relevant, basically, work. I think the first step to branding is, in my opinion, projects. You cannot, a bunch of us, a lot of persons I've met. To know where I go back, way back, we've been doing this for a while now. You get it? And a lot of us, we've met along the way, wanted the same thing, basically, to be good at whatever you do. Whether being an engineer, front-end, back-end, whatever, cloud, digital marketing, designing, product designing, right? It doesn't matter what you do, right? I think what you have to think about first is projects. Like, how do I tell someone realistically that I know what I'm doing? If you walk up to me and tell me you're a front-end engineer, you're a back-end engineer, you're a cloud, whatever, it's like telling me that you studied computer science. I studied computer science. It's like telling me that I studied electrical engineering. Just because someone studied electrical engineering doesn't mean you're going to tell the person to wire your house. Like, you don't get that. So, if you walk up to me and tell me you're going to the engineer, I look at you for a minute and I'm like, okay, so how will I know? Like, yeah, okay, then you spill a bunch of buzzwords to me, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and like, if I Google it 2 minutes, I will know those words. But how would I know that you can do what you're doing? I think that's where you can now show me the project you've built. That's where you can now go. Thankfully, we have accessible public repositories like GitHub, GitLab, whatever, that you can now show, oh, I did this, it's up here, and look at the outcome. So the first step of your digital marketer, you can just basically show me. I'm really bad at this. If you're digital marketer, you can show me your portfolio. You can show me businesses you've done marketing for. You could create a detailed portfolio that literally sells you. And whenever you're talking to someone, you don't have to blab. Whenever you're talking to someone, you don't have to use buzzwords. You get, like, the more, in my opinion, the more you try to use big words, the less I believe what you say. The more you try to use big words, the less I believe what you say. And I think we should all start thinking from that standpoint. Like, if I'm going to walk up to someone and tell the person I'm a software engineer, I'm whatever, how would I make the person believe me? And when you think about that, I think one of the first things that comes to your mind would be, where I have to showcase my skill in one way or another. That will be building something to back up your words. So basically, put your actions where your mouth is. So that's number one step.
So I learned something just now. He said, don't hype yourself. Like, I was like, hype yourself, but don't hype yourself. You get it? I want to tell you that I'm a front-end engineer, right? But I should only put it in a way that makes me look like I'm trying to raise the shoulders too high, right, above my head. So what if I want to tell you more about what I'm doing? How do I say it to you? To make you know that I'm not just a beginner, but I'm somewhere. Okay, do I start by saying about this, about that, I've worked with this, I've worked with that? What does that say hype?
So I don't necessarily think you should not have yourself sharp. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being a beginner, to be honest. Like, if you're a beginner at something and you're coming to someone, you should be bold enough to say, hey, I'm a beginner. Right? What I think you should do next is tell them what you've tried to move from where you are or what you're currently trying. Do you understand? So, talking about not hyping yourself or hyping yourself, I don't think you should not hype yourself. But I'm a big proponent of humble brag. Right? You should be able to brag humbly. Right? I can tell you, hey, I'm a software engineer. I work at this company. I've been working there for whatever years. The company is not based in Nigeria. You feel like that, and then you feel like, okay, cool. And then you go about working with data, and you check my needs, and I feel like, this is cool. But like I said, right? I didn't like that. Right? I told you who I am. Right? But that's humble brag. You get it. So if you walk up to the person, it's like, it depends what you want. Everything is contextual. So if you say, yeah, I'm a front-end developer, I'm a front-end engineer, I work with React. I've been working with React for the past 5 months. It's a little bit difficult, but I've successfully been able to build this out of it. I could share it to you somewhere that for free. This is my GitHub profile, and I'm trying to, add a little different or something like that. I think for me, I'll be like, cool. Well, it's not only that you do what React is, but you're basically telling me, you're showing me now that you can actually build something with React, right? And I can go look it up some other time. If I fancy React, I would actually, if I don't fancy it, I'll be like, well, that's cool, like I'm something like I'm coming in for work. But if I fancy React, I go look it up, actually look at the code, probably, and whatever, anything can come with the office. But basically, what you don't want to do is say, hey, I'm a software engineer, I work with React. I'm waiting for my response. So what should I do?
Alright, thank you so much. So, very praise. Tell us about what you do.
Okay. So I said I'm working with and we're pre-front-end engineering. So I'll start with front-end engineering part. Web 3 front-end engineering is just a front-end engineer that builds Web3 applications. So we're just using different tools. But it's almost the same thing. The language stack is the same, just little differences. So I build front-end applications, I convert designs to life, that is design to code. So that's for the front-end part. Then as a blockchain developer, I write smart contracts. So smart contracts are sets of instructions that run on their own. So they carry out specific actions without you checking them, provided the conditions you put are met. So let's say you're trying to build an application, maybe an NFT, let's say marketplace, that when you have a certain amount of money in your wallet, you're able to buy the tokens automatically. So you can write a smart contract that performs all of those functions. Then you link it with the front end, and you have a working application. So that is what I do.
Okay, so how do you balance that being a student? Like, you said you graduated, to an extent you graduated. So how do you balance it being a student? Like, classes, tests, assignments, and all of that? Because if you just wake up and then become a developer.
Yes, so I actually started coding fully in 2018, and I think I was in year 2 or year 3. So what helped me was, I just knew how to juggle a lot of things. Honestly, I'm someone like a multitasker. So I'm doing school, I'm working full time, I have other commitments outside both school and work. I just know how to work with my time. I always attend. So now, this is not a one-size advice, but it's good if you know yourself. You're someone that can learn in class, that when you sit down in class, you actually assimilate what the teacher is saying. Then make sure you attend classes. Because when you're in class, you're catching up with what the teacher is saying. Then, if you go back home, what are you doing? You have 24 hours in a day. Then you go and write your code. For me, I was also the class rep. I also did government. I was vice president of my department. So I just knew, okay, because of all of those things, I would always come to school. Then when I go back home, I don't used to sleep a lot. I don't sleep now, but then I sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours a day. The other time, I try to catch up with coding. One thing that would help is when you're in a community, like you said, because when you're in a community, maybe they are doing a challenge or learning, when you come back, you know that you want to follow through, and you just sit down and go. So that was how I was able to do both of them. But the thing is, when you're writing exams, you have to know how to manage your time. When you're writing exams, you cannot go and be writing code and say you're doing you fail yourself to know better. But you just know that, okay, when it's exam time, mostly when it's exam time, I don't even put my laptop. My laptop is for reading textbooks.
So you learn, you know.
But maybe when I've gotten comfortable with the exam, maybe after 2 weeks, then I can start working again. But that's what worked for me. So just try to see the kind of person you are. You figure out to routine for yourself.
Right, Raphael, tell us anything else. Take in school.
So, yes, I think very right. As you can see, you have to like know yourself to understand, like know your strengths, right? But I think ultimately you have to want to do it, right? Because I had a couple of friends that just didn't finish, right? And I had some persons that, in my opinion, did not want to do it. You get like, you started working, you're already making money. And let's just say, skill first. You get like, now the skill is already fetching money, and you're like, I'm making a lot of money for young person, and just hyped up, and But I think if you are still in school, so my modus operandi is very simple. If you're here, you might as well do it. Else, just leave. Focus on one thing. I finished because I wanted to finish. And that was the driving force for me. To one, study yourself, but secondly, actually be brutally honest with yourself. Like, you could start coding now. You're coding for fun or you're learning, right? That's the easy part. When you're learning, you could decide to close your laptop today, go to class, whatever you do. If you, I don't know, get a contract job or a job or something, right? You're stuck on time. Then you have to really decide. That's the hard part. Do I go to class? Is this lecture I like attendance? Do I go to class and write attendance? Or do I, finish this job? Because it's going to take freshman money. Do you get? Or maybe you get a really good job and you look at your pay and I'm like, this class I don't do. Get? So I think you have to know your strengths. For me, I had a network of friends that were very attendance for me. Now for past, like, it doesn't matter, I can say I don't even know like that were attendance for me, and the classes were, I failed one course because that didn't work for me. But I didn't regret it because in the end I got what I want both ways. So basically telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to do this thing, and then planning around it. I think my team was easy, but I wasn't working, so I was schooling, like freelancing, doing all this stuff. In my theory, I got a full-time job, and that's the impact. Because I got a full-time job, and you know I'm a student now. So I did it. Yeah, that's when I increase a little of friends, talk to persons like, oh, guy, I'm working. For the courses you are attending for me, please write, I'm not coming to class. But you have to create a lot of time to read because you're not coming to class. Like, you could be super smart and you could just pick up a book and glance through and read everything. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're like me, like not online. So you have to spend a lot of time to read. And I would usually go, like, if exam starts, well, if exam starts towards the end of February, I'll usually start my class like, if exam at the end of February, probably at the beginning of February, I start getting my class. Or randomly getting into school on Saturdays and meeting lessons because I could miss literally like 80% of the semester, and that 20% is when they are writing tests and things like that. So I would have to go meet. So my tests are usually horrible. So I have to go meet people before exam starts and be like, guys, listen, I don't understand what's up. And they show me. And that's why you start showing me, and my exams will make up for my tests. You get? So those are like the sacrifices, and this is me having full-time job. I wasn't trying to just that I couldn't at the time, just that I couldn't stay. I'm leaving to go and attend lecture. But everything gets better. Things get better. For example, like Gloria wrote my last exam in December, and during the exam, before I got to the company working, I just took like 3 weeks leave because over the years I've grown and I'm a better place. You get working for a better company. I have this leverage. But when starting at you have to be totally honest with yourself. Oh, I'm a student. I want to finish, but at the same time, I want to own my skills and do these things. So to strike a balance, know where you're at, and just like follow it. Make sacrifices. I think that's important. Just make sacrifices. It's not every time you have to pass. You get like normal passing, follow your diary, just make sacrifices. Think long term. I think that should solve it up to the that lesson. If you're trying to be nonchalant now, just think easily, just put like add like 8 years to your year and then see what's up. What's the actual going to do that? I think it's something.
Great, thank you. So I think we've because of time, we've heard a lot. If you have any questions, I'd love to just raise your hand and ask questions about how you need to balance tech and schooling. Do you believe videos are necessary to catch the course on something? YouTube videos. Yeah, it's like because of the course, then you will explain something better to you from classes. Yeah.
I still got the same thing. So, a couple of things to get through YouTube. But at the same time, you should know that sometimes lectures are not as free like our lectures. I know that's free. So sometimes it's like garbage out. So you also know, and you should know the courses you have to. That's where having your friends and asking them questions. Or entering the class I passed so it's a certain lecture. You should know what you have to do garbage out. There was a course that I dropped, I think from my year 3. I came in, I missed the first test, wrote the second test, I performed poorly. And you know they usually open quarter the day before, if exam is next week, they open quarter like Friday, ticket. The lecturer taught that same day, and it was like, this thing that people are doing, favor, blah, blah. I looked at it and failed the first test, second test. I didn't perform because I was like, there's no way I'm going to do this course. Like, the course was so voluminous, there's no way I'm cramming myself. And I knew what to write intuitively, but that's not the kind of lecturer. It's garbage out for you. Do you get? So like, I just went to water and I dropped it. You should, that's what I mean by brutal honesty. Don't kid yourself. Do you get? Just know your strength. Like I knew I was going to fail that course if I went it. There's nothing that will make me not. Go all those things, leave all those things. Just be honest with yourself. I just went to water, I dropped it. I wrote it in next year. I think I'll pass it. But basically, the thing is, make those decisions when you have to. Yeah.
Great. So, do we have any questions for Emmanuel and Glory Praise? Balancing tech, begin to tech as a student.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Anika and I'm a computer engineer. Now I want to position my question to Glory Praise. Good afternoon, sir. My question is, of course, you said you started with front end, but then you're finding yourself doing content article creation now and also decentralized software for crypto projects. Now I wanted to ask, in that diversified field of technology, what would you advise someone? Should someone follow one main front? Like if you're in web dev now, do you wholly have to stay rooted towards that path? Or how do you know when to start breaking out and diversifying to some other fields or the other? That's basically my question. Thank you.
Okay. So I started off as a web developer. So I will answer the question in two ways. First of all, there's no rule book that says you should start off as a front-end developer or maybe as a developer, you must do development till the end. I know people that are designers, they left design and they went to start coding. I know people that were managers and then they are doing design. So there's no fixed rule. At the end of the day, it is dependent on, first of all, you. How good are you doing in that particular skill? Some people just go in to just try, which is good though. If you want to get into tech and you're not sure which one should I do, you could just start off with anyone. Then by the time you've studied it for a while, you now know, okay, is this something I want to do long term? Is this something I actually enjoy doing? Is this something that I am actually profiting from? Then you can now decide to move to something else. For me, I didn't move because what I do is still web. I'm doing Web 3. Web 3 is still Web 2, Web 3, everything is still around web. I'm still building for the web. It's not as if I totally moved to another thing. But like I said, there's actually no fixed rule. Another thing you should look out for is the time. Technology is always evolving. I'm not saying that you should jump on every trend. Oh, there's this new language, you go and learn. There's this new tool, you go and use it. I'm not saying that. But you could look out for where is the industry going to, what do I need to upskill? Because at the end of the day, you want to stay relevant in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years. So those are like the decisions you should look at before you actually move. But one thing is that if you're very good at something, you profit from it. Whether you're drawing, whether you're writing, whether you're programming. So make sure you're very good at one first before you now move on to go and learn another one. But still, there's no rule. So you could actually, especially now, you have the time now to check which one should I do, which one should I not do. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Alright, thank you very much. Thank you for both of them. So, one more question, please. Quickly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Alright, my question is for, I want to know about, you talk about freelancing when you were in YouTube. So, I want to know how you started this freelancing, and I want to know how you got basic projects for this freelancing gig you are doing, and what are you focused on then? And then I also want to know how you transitioned into a full-time job, and that's basically what I want to know. I want to know how it was, like the story behind it. Good question.
I asked people, basically, I was in the tech communities too, like this night. So I just talked to people, and basically, I had people were freelancing on Upwork, Fiverr, stuff like that. So I just registered, so I think but I never got a job for Upwork. Like, I never got a job. And it was more because I was nonchalant about it. I didn't particularly like freelancing. I'm not the person that likes freelancing. But I needed to make money. That was what was true. I needed to make money. So how do I make money? Using my skill. So freelancing was the only thing that I thought I could get at the time. But thankfully, posting coding every time on my status, Facebook, stuff like that, friends were messaging me. I'm like, hey guy, can you do this stuff? Like this person wants to make this, just like simple stuff. I'm like, okay, no one give me now 15K, 20K. I don't give a shit, just money. Right? And that was mostly what I was doing as a freelancer. Never really got job, and I don't know why. People got, but I never really got job through this freelancing as well. However, because I didn't like freelancing, I did that for maybe like 8 months, 7, 9 months, something like that. And I just stopped. One day I just stopped and like, no, I'm not freelancing again. I need to get a full-time job. And this is where I think is a good part. Maybe not. At the time I was only writing JavaScript. I transferred from Java to JavaScript. Bad decision, I did it. And I thought at the time that the JavaScript ecosystem was looking saturated. It's not true, but you could make a good case for it. Right? I thought it was looking saturated. Like everyone was learning JavaScript again, and I was entry level. But so it's saturated for entry level people. That's the nice thing. So everyone was learning JavaScript. I was entry level from a professional standpoint. There was nothing for me to showcase that more experience, even when I've been writing code for a while. So I thought about like, okay, how do I get a full-time job? I'm a student. It's going to be hard to get a full-time job from a Nigerian firm in Nigeria. So I most likely would only get a remote job that would afford me staying in school and then working. So then luckily I went to a hackathon in Benin. Someone messaged me, this was like December 2018. Someone messaged me that I'm from Delta, so like the communities again, the GDG leads messaged me like, oh, there was this hackathon in Benin, I should come. So basically like I left from Uyo to Benin to do the hackathon. But while there, like after the email appearance, whatever, one of the officials, a young guy, walked up to me and I was like, cool, your project is cool and all that. He told me about himself and then he told me he works remotely for some company. And he writes Elisa. I've heard of the programming language, but I didn't think anyone in Nigeria writes it. So I'm like, why would you be writing Elisa? And he was like, well, same thing. He was writing PHP at the time and he thought like, why is everyone writing PHP? A lot of Nigerian startups and companies are using PHP and all that. And he didn't necessarily like the Nigerian ecosystem. He liked Elisa and he got a good job. I'm like, okay, cool. I think that's what I was going to do. I'm going to pick up a programming language that's not as used down here. It's not so talked about all around the world, but it's still used to a very decent degree. Right? And at that point I made the decision to switch to, at that point I was going to switch to a listener guy, but I chose Ruby instead. So I learned Ruby for the better part of 2019, and by mid-2019 I got my first job. Paid low, but I got my first remote job. And it was a company in Ghana, actually. Right? But basically I worked with them for a while, and basically from that point, like I've been like from one job to another, like all basically like writing really good and things like that. So it was a decision I made that looked like it worked. Doesn't mean that it's going to work all the time, but I think it's like fairly reasonable. If you are finding it hard, basically if you believe that you're doing everything right, like you have a project out there, you've actually built stuff, right? And you are applying to jobs and things are not just easy for you. And if you're in JavaScript ecosystem and you're not front-end guy, I would struggle that I might speak another programming language, to be honest. Because the thing about coding is that it doesn't really matter the language that you use, to be honest. But companies want to know that you've at least tried what they use. Do you get? Except you're a senior engineer. Companies do not have that confidence that a junior person can just come in and pick up their language and put it down. So being able to have used the language, work with the language for a period of time, helps them to have that confidence in you as a junior. For senior engineers though, you only come to hire and they need like in 2 months to pick up their 1 month, pick up their new programming language and then up and running and these and stuff. But for juniors, they don't have that confidence. The thing is confidence doesn't mean confidence, but just from the recruiter standpoint, it's confidence to have you. So I think, except you're a front-end guy, a front-end person, then I don't know, just learn React to do whatever. I think those ones will get you a job anyway. But if you're a back-end person and you're doing code or something, and you know you build stuff, but you know just getting that job is not easy for you. I think you want to try another programming language. Something, maybe not let's use something popping like Golang or whatever, maybe. But picking, it's not just picking that just chill though. You have to build stuff in these, you have to do things that should like use this language. But that's what I did personally, and that was what is now for me. You get it just might work for you.
Alright, thank you very much. Thank you, very praise and please. Agent.
Program here. So the Women Tech Makers membership is a free program for anyone in the world looking to stay connected with women in tech. In addition to having a WTM Slack group, we have our WhatsApp group where we communicate, where we chat, where we share links and resources to ourselves. We also have active sessions and programs where we talk about women. We also have the IWD where we talk about that later. We organize programs, boot camps and mentorships and all those things where we talk about tech, how you can start your career in tech, how you can begin your career and how you can grow in your career and make yourself sellable and marketable in the tech community and tech ecosystem.
Civil engineer at University of Uniuyo. I'm an interior decorator. I'm also a blockchain enthusiast, and I do a lot of
outside the school community, coming to school and all of that. How do you tell people outside the school that you do what you do? Do you have media accounts where you post your work and stuff?
Yeah, for me, I've actually been, should I say, I'm experienced a bit in the online stuff. I've actually been social media manager for a lot of projects and communities. So I have accounts on Instagram, Vev Interiors. I have accounts on Facebook, Vev Interiors and Exteriors. I have LinkedIn accounts, Vev Interiors and Exteriors.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a comment, like this video, and of course subscribe. The next video is going to be out in a couple of days and you don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, Good Developer Student Club, Uniuyo chapter, for inviting me. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.